Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In this video, I will go over and show you guys all the stocks that I own in my stock portfolio. I try to make these videos about once a year. These aren't exactly my more popular videos, but if you guys want to see more videos like this, give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if you guys find these videos helpful. What I'll also do is I will link the previous stock portfolio updates in the iCard here so you guys can see how my portfolio allocations have changed. A lot of the stocks remain the same because those are my long-term buy and hold stocks, but some of them have changed over the years. So if you guys want to check it out, I will leave that in the iCards. But before we get started, I have to say I am not a financial advisor, so no information in this video or in my channel should be taken as financial advice. I'm neither a tax professional, so none of this should be taken as tax advice either. With that being said, let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so now we are looking at the pie chart of my entire stock portfolio. Feel free to pause this video if you need to take a better look at it, but let me walk you guys through it. So what you can see here in this pie chart is the percentage allocation of each of my stocks. And on the right side, you will see the ticker symbol for each of these positions, the name of the company, and currently what percentage of my portfolio that position takes up. Obviously, stock prices go up and down, so according to that, the percentage allocation of my portfolio changes. And sometimes I buy, sell, and add stocks, so that adds to the change accordingly. Needless to say, we'll start off with my biggest and my favorite position, which is Apple. So currently, Apple makes up for 28% of my entire portfolio. Apple is currently the oldest position that I hold in my portfolio at the moment. And if you didn't know, Apple does pay a small dividend, and I have it set up in such a way that the dividend gets reinvested in the stock itself. So over time, that automatically allows me to accumulate more and more stocks of Apple. So given that I am taking part in the dividend reinvestment program, or DRIP for short, and the fact that I have been holding this position for the longest amount, it's no surprise that this is the largest position in my account. What is surprising is Tesla taking up 26% of my entire portfolio, because I invested in Tesla a third of the amount I initially invested in Apple. And Tesla does not have any dividends, so I'm not taking part in any DRIP programs or dividend reinvestment programs. And I haven't been holding Tesla for as long as I've been holding Apple. But if you keep track of the stock market or are current with what's happening in the stock market, you know Tesla had a big run up. So that is what resulted in the growth of Tesla. Now, I will tell you this, there are certain days when I opened my account and Tesla briefly overtook Apple as my largest position. So Tesla had a crazy run up, so that is what constitutes for 26% of my portfolio. The next one is Roku. So another stock that had a great run is Roku, currently taking up 16% of my portfolio. So Roku is a pretty recent investment of mine compared to Apple and Tesla, but it has done relatively well. And this is, along with Apple and Tesla, one of my long-term holds. I do plan on holding on to this stock for a very long time until I retire, so something along those lines. So my intention to hold them, obviously things can change, is decades, like probably 10, 20, 30 years until I retire. So the next one is a favorite of many people, which is Amazon.com. Obviously, we are all familiar with Amazon, no introduction necessary. I remember when I first bought Amazon, I felt like it's quite expensive, but given the way it has performed, some may consider it expensive, but I've more than made up for that money, so I'm not going to complain about it. Amazon currently makes up 7% of my portfolio. The next one is Google, or more correctly, Alphabet, which is the parent company that owns Google and all its subsidiaries. It's a quiet stock. It's usually not on the news too often, but it's slow, steady, does its job. Currently taking up 4% of my portfolio. Nothing new to add to this, other than what we all know already, and no complaints here. Still have performed fairly well for me over the years. The next one's Facebook, kind of like Google, slow and steady. Every now and then you hear a few news about them. Usually not the best news. Usually they're being reviewed by Congress and so on and so forth. But slow and steady, has done relatively well for me. Can't complain. The next one is JD.com. So JD.com, it's a Chinese company. You could look it up and do your own research on that. This is a pretty volatile stock, I have to say, but taking up only 3% of my portfolio. So I let it do its thing. Once again, I do plan on holding it for the long run. So one of my recent acquisitions is Visa. Obviously, I use a lot of Visa credit cards. If you have seen any of my other credit card videos, you would know that. And Visa is, in my opinion, one of the most widely used credit card networks, if not the most widely credit card networks. So out of MasterCard, American Express, and Visa, I personally have more faith in Visa than any other credit card network or issuer out there. Once again, just my personal opinion, not financial advice. And this is not an indication or a suggestion to buy or sell any positions. The next one is Tencent Holdings, another Chinese company. Done relatively well. Pretty volatile as it is with most of the Chinese companies, but Tencent is a Chinese tech company. It's done relatively well. I'm in the green, so can't complain about that. The next one is Baozun, another Chinese company. So Tencent, Baozun, JD, these are pretty major tech players in the Chinese tech space. So thought I would hold my Baozun position as well. Hasn't done too bad for me, so I'm going to keep it here. Another acquisition that I have is Boeing. So Boeing, I bought it right after it nosedived. So this is one of my few positions that's currently in the red. So if I sell it today, I will actually be taking a loss. So I don't have any intention of selling it at the moment. I do believe in the long-term prospect of Boeing. So this is one of my buy and hold stocks. So it's more like buy it and forget it. So my time horizon for investment in Boeing is like some of the others above, decades, not years or months or days. This is not a swing trade, so I plan on holding it for the long term. Another one that we almost never hear about in the news is Ferrari. Their ticker symbol, quite interestingly, is RACE. Has done relatively well. Can't complain about it given how the car industry in general is doing. My thought process behind it is that Ferrari caters to the demographic or the class of people who isn't exactly impacted too much by economic downturn. And they are a pretty profitable company. Let me rephrase that. They're an extremely profitable company. So once again, I do plan on holding it for the long term. The next one is Planet Fitness. Obviously, with the pandemic and everything else, All the gyms have been impacted, and Planet Fitness is no exception. But I do have faith in the long-term prospect of this company, and it's only taking up 1% of my portfolio, so I'm going to continue to hold that. The next one is one of my favorites. It's Walmart. I personally shop at Walmart. I think that you could categorize people in two different categories. Either you're a Target person or a Walmart person. I happen to be a Walmart person, so let me know in the comments below if you are a Team Target or Team Walmart. But one of my favorite stocks that I hold currently, a very small piece of my position, but I like the stock. It has done well for me, and I plan on holding it for the long term as well. Finally, my smallest position is Activision Blizzard. So before there were two separate companies. It was Activision and Blizzard, and then they joined. So Activision Blizzard, their ticker symbol is ATVI. They are responsible for games such as StarCraft, Warcraft, Overwatch, and a few other big hits. So I like what they're doing and the kind of games they're creating. I think they do a good job at retaining their core customer base. So I like what they're doing. So this is the only gaming stock I hold at the moment. I plan on holding it, but I also plan on adding a few other gaming stocks in the future, in the near future. So I will keep you guys updated in these stock portfolio update videos. So that is pretty much it. Hopefully guys, the ticker symbols here help you guys do your own research, and the percentage allocation, as you can see on the table on the right, and the pie chart hopefully gives you a clear picture of what my largest holdings are and exactly by how much. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Once again, this is not financial advice, this is just what I am holding at the moment. And if you guys like these videos, give it a thumbs up and let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. So guys, these are all the stocks I'm holding in my portfolio at the moment. I do tend to buy and sell those from time to time, so I will make these videos if you guys find these videos helpful to let you guys know what I'm holding. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you own any of these stocks in your portfolio or not, or if there are any that you suggest. So that's it for this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.